Our next question was handed in on a piece of paper, and it's my favorite so far. It is from an anonymous asker, and it is to all of the candidates. This time we will start at the opposite end of the table with David Alvarez and work our way towards me. To everyone, or to all of the candidates. I'll let you guys answer. If you all were to lose, or if you were to lose, who would you want to win?
That is a great question. Dexter, before I ever ran, he is my friend. We do hang out outside of this, politics and all this good stuff, PSA elections. We are friends. And we go back to Paraguay missions trip. I got to really know this man of God. And he is definitely a servant. So I don't know Derek that well. I've only interacted with him from a handshake and how you doing. We actually kind of met when we filmed that studio. You guys saw us on TV the other day, Oh, yeah. That's really when I met Derek, more than just a hi and bye. And he was able to share a little bit about his heart. And I believe he also has great intentions, don't know him that well. But definitely Dexter, I side more as a friend of Lane, and Christine, I only know him from a hi and bye. I can't really vote for them in the sense that I know everything about them. So my preferred team, if not elected, I would like to see Alderson and Sullivan in office.
Hello. I would, if we're not elected, I would like to also see Dexter and Derek. Before I was, considering or even looking at SA, I sat down with Dexter and he was very open with me and just, whenever I had questions for him, he was very open. And anything, what's the presidency like? What have you enjoyed the most about it? What have you enjoyed the least about it? What's been the easiest? What's been the hardest? And, I guess because of the integrity and the character that I've seen in him, if we were not in, I would vote for Dexter and Derek.
I really don't want to answer this because I want us to win. But if I had to pick someone who I wanted to lead the student body and represent me as a student, if I was voting and I was not on the ballot and Dexter wasn't on the ballot and I was just a student voting, based on what I know about everyone, personal relationships I have with them, I would vote for Elaine and Christine. I worked with Elaine in Student Association last year. I know that she has a great heart for people. And when she talks about serving, to her it's not a 5-letter word. It's this huge concept that you could sum up in an encyclopedia. She has such a heart. And so I would vote for her.
Is this Chris Jackson who asked the question? Anonymous. You guys really aren't going to like me. I'm not answering that question. I cannot answer that question, because if I answer that question, it really removes my whole purpose from sitting in this seat. The only reason that I'm running is because I believe that it is the necessary thing for this organization. I would not be running again if I didn't think that it was necessary. And so that is my appeal to you, to please steward well over these positions and the people that serve you so that we can move forward.
All right. I didn't even know how to answer that question after Dexter went. This is hard because I am interlocked with every person on this team this year, running for this. Trey's my ATL. Derek I have worked with. Dexter's my friend. David I do not know too much. And Christine, she's my partner. No, oh God, I don't know. Let's see, I got about 30 seconds to just talk. I don't know what to do, guys. This is pressure. You know what? Okay, I will just give you a response. I think I'd have to vote for Dexter Sullivan and Derek Bolton. I forgot his last name for a quick second. But I think that's where my vote would go.
Honestly, I can say I want to win.
That's why I'm running. This has been in my heart for a whole year. It's like I'm about to give birth and I'm just waiting. And I'll tell you something. I've had long nights. I have nights where my stomach's upset right now. That's why I had to walk away. And I want to win. But honestly, I've been telling people I want the Lord's will to be done.
That's authentic.
I want to win. But if it's not the Lord's will, I don't know what He has in store for these 4 young men before me. So, that's the answer.
We will start again with David Alvarez. We'll go ahead and give you a second if you need to think about that.
Yeah, that's a lot of quotes.
If someone's ready to go off the top of their head, they can go.
Yeah.
We're picking a famous quote, right? Not a Derekism? I don't have any of those. Maybe one day I'll wind up with a character in the Oracle. I can't. Oh, yeah. Well, no, Henry Wadsworth Longfellow wrote the poem A Psalm of Life. And that's what's motivated me to get so involved with the YMCA, to be a camp director. And really, that's my dream for the future, is to be a camp director, to have my own residential camp and work with kids for the rest of my life. But the end of it, and I don't know, I keep this with me, close to me. It says, it ends in footprints on the sand of time, and it says, footprints that perhaps another sailing o'er life's solemn main, a shipwrecked or forlorn brother seeing shall take heart again. And it's talking about the way you live your life, the steps that you take, making sure that they're there on purpose, they're intentional for other people to follow, because other people are going to have hard times, and it's going to help them out later in life. So that's my quote.
We'll start with David Alvarez.
Man.
Well, to me, like, this might sound cliche, but one of my favorite is Psalm 23, but not the whole thing, but I'll just say part 1. And that's really because I believe that it's been something that I've lived in my life. And that's verse 1, the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. Because I believe that as I've lived my life, that even in my retarded decisions, God has been my shepherd. And He has definitely protected me, and I have not lacked. His mercy has always kept me. And even in my wise decision, He has multiplied those into blessings. So that's one of those verses that just speaks of His abundant grace over my life and things like that.
If I could be remembered for one thing, it's going to sound very cliche, but I'm in love with ORU. It would be that I did everything I could to follow God's voice, and that I did everything I could to be righteous in that.
Is there not a cause? Is there not a cause? If that the question was a quote, correct?
Yes.
And that comes from 1 Samuel 17:29. I really believe that everything that we do in this life should be with a purpose, and that there are things and there are passions in our heart that should be lived out. And there are things that we're passionate about, things that are in our heart. But whatever we do, from cleaning the bathroom to speaking on a stage to millions of people, is there not a cause for what I do with my life?
This is a hard question just because I love writing quotes, and I would always write them and then tell my friends, what do you think about this? So I think the best ones, or the ones I'm really known with, is the ones I have written. But, I think if you'd like that. But one of the quotes that has really stuck out to me, and it was actually Professor Larimore that has said this frequently, was the sign of an intelligent person is to entertain many ideas without accepting it. And, I believe as Christians, we're supposed to walk into a path and, be in the world but not of it. But how can we do that if, if we take everything and, 15 seconds. If we just listen to it and accept it. But as being Christians, we should be able to think about an idea, think it through, especially as being candidates. Okay, that is it.